Gotta stay on my grind and get my money right. Gotta make sure me and my brothers hustle through the night. Me and my niggas, we gon' swing, we gon' blow that pipe. Hop out on your block with thunder clapping when we make it strike. Hop on feet, hop out, give 'em smoke, gon' be a can of.
Yo, KUNTA cuz, welcome back to the platform.
Welcome back, man. Thank you, bro, for welcoming me back. You know, it's great to be back on Unique Perspective, man. You know, Folk Murder Worth, our platform, you know, the platform where, you know, the voice, you know what I'm saying, of the truth is going to always be the prevalence. You know, the narrative is to control the narrative, you know what I'm saying, on Unique Perspective. You know, you got my boy L.A. Ron here, you know, I'm on some scene. I'm on the scene, you know, finna make some clarity because everybody, you know, I know all the internet done seen this whole scenario, you know, that happened in Vegas with me, you know, with 607 Supreme and this brother Gumby, you know. So what I'm gonna, you know, speak of right at this moment is kind of like to give people a capsule view of what happened, because I know everybody had the input of what they thought they seen. You know, even people saying that I flinched, people saying that the Gumby had a knife. You know, it's been a lot of misconceptions about what happened. So I'm just here to basically give people the true rundown, because nobody can tell the story better than me as far as what happened. So I'm here to basically let people know what really happened between me and Gumby when I got to Vegas by myself. You know, yeah, of course I was with Bishop Eli. You know, shout out to Bishop Eli. I was with Bishop Eli, but I literally came by myself, you know, because I don't mind, you know, walking into the Lions Den, you know, solo dolo. You know, everybody from the city of Fort Worth already know that I done been in the Lions Den a few times, you know, and I've always been blessed to come out unscathed, you know. So first of all, you know, I was approached by Bob, you know, Supreme. He called me, you know, he said, "Hey man, so 607, Unc wants you to fly out to Vegas. You know, he want to do some content. You know, shout out to 607 Unc too. You know, shout out to Supreme. But these brothers called me. Now, you know, of course I wanted L.A. Run to come. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to L.A. Run. I was like, L.A. Run, I'm finna go to Vegas. You know, because I know my guy is, you know, he got some foot. He got well, now let me say it correctly. He got keys, you know what I'm saying, that open doors in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, are not esteemed enough to have that type of, you know, stroke, you know, in the set, you know, in cripping, you know, to have keys that open, you know, various doors, you know. So I know that my big bro got keys that open doors. So I was wondering if he was going to accompany me coming down there. Not that I was afraid, you know. Not that I was in fear of something happening to my life, because I know that whatever happens is by God's will, whether I die or I live, you know. But regardless of the matter, I'm going to be myself. And I know God has accepted me for who I am. So I went down, you know. Bro was supposed to come, though, right? He was in the process of trying to work out his ticket to get down there. And, you know, we was working on that. So I, you know, jumped on the plane. You know, the flight was nice, you know what I'm saying? A little spirit, you know what I'm saying? Jumped on the plane, you know, with Bishop, you know, we ate lunch, you know what I'm saying, before we got on the plane. You know, sat down, had a conversation about the whole game plan as far as what we was gonna do when we got to Vegas, as far as dealing with 607 Up. We had a real, you know, spiritual conversation, of course, dealing with Bishop Eli, the pastor, the brother, you know what I'm saying? Of course, his conversation was going to be spiritual. So I'll say that I thank God, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, everything was in place. All of the instruments that I needed, you know what I'm saying, to put me in position to have the mind state that I needed to go to where I was going was already put in place. I was sitting there over a nice brunch with a brother who was spiritually enlightened, you know. So he began to drop his jewels of wisdom on me about what, you know what I'm saying, my preparedness should be when I, you know what I'm saying, touch Vegas. And, you know, of course, he knows me because he, you know, I used to, you know, tutor under this brother as far as boxing. And this brother know that I'm kind of like, I'm really like a hothead, but I'm a hothead that has learned humility, you know. I know when to turn the heat on, and I know when to turn the heat down, you know. So he was just, you know, kind of like, you know, giving me some advice as far as not to trip out on 607 Unk. Word ass, you know what I'm saying? Cause 607 Unk, he's unconventional, He has an unconventional way of conveying the truth, But it's to be respected, That's why I deal with him. But anyway, jumped on the plane, landed there safely, got there, got our ride, got to the, our hotel. I went to the Strat Hotel, the Stratosphere Hotel. It's a casino hotel that's in Vegas. I, booked a room there. Me and Bishop Eli booked rooms there, and that's where we were. We was chilling at the Strat, which was a very nice hotel. I mean, I got to, moving around and seeing what was going on with the locals, man. It was live, Vegas is always lit, It's a city that never sleeps, you know what I'm saying? So when I got there, I immediately experienced that, you know what I'm saying? That damn, this city crunk, you know what I'm saying? It's ass, it's titties, it's, you know what I'm saying, moving and grooving everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I'm loving what I'm seeing, But so we finally got the 607 Unk house, after, we got our bags, unpacked, you know what I'm saying, got upstairs, got to our rooms, then we went Ubered to 607 Unk house. We got to his house. His content house is live. Now, hey, 607, I'm gonna give you your props. You know what I'm saying? That got a live content house in Vegas. It's in a gated ass community. You can't go in there and let 607 Unk tell you that you clear to come in that bitch. You come to the gate, they gonna ask you who you there to see. If you ain't got no address, if you ain't got no, person or name of somebody that's significant or is of ownership in there, you can't come in. They're not gonna let you in. And then the people that you asking for, they're gonna call them and notify them that you're there. You can't come in that unannounced. 607 Unk pretty much live in a fortress. Real life, And yeah, so I got in there, man. Me and Bishop, we got through the gate, because we called 607 Unk. He told the security people that we were there to see him. Got into his house. His house is nice. It is. It's a big house. Cuz got a swimming pool. Cuz this shit is laid. Laid like a. I was obliged to see how good Cuz is doing in Vegas. But anyway, I met, went up to 607 Unk, spoke to him, got to talking, got to running my mouth, of course we met, we got previous content, I done did content with 607 Unk in the past that's been viral, 100-some thousand views. A few of them 100-some thousand views. I did pretty good with 607 Unk. So 607 Unk wanted me to come down and do like a recap, on his channel, a buzz, because we fuck around. We fuck that information. Me personally, I like, people who got a lot, to say. And 607, he got a unique way of saying what he's saying, conveying what he convey. So we clash, but we always have a meeting of minds. So when we get together, it's always a very bright intellectual spark, on both sides of the scale, And when you got a spark on both sides of the scale, you got an equilibrium balance, of information. So, that was the point of us, getting together in the first place. Of course, Bob was there. So as I got there, got comfortable, went to chilling and shit, Bob come to me and tell me, hey man, that fool Gumby been down here, I'm like, okay, what's up? He like, well, nigga Gumby want to meet you. Now, of course, I'm Spider-Man. So my spider senses went to tingling immediately when he said that he wanted Gumby to meet, Gumby wanted to meet me. Because me and Gumby has had conversations over the phone about this GC and HCG, so-called controversy, which we him that we were authentic, and he had his varied opinion about that. So there was skepticism, I had some skepticism, about meeting him. I did, because I didn't know how it would turn out. Because first of all, I know that I'm really a stiff dude, and I'm not finna let you disrespect HCG. I'll fight, I'll die for that. And I'm not gonna let nobody ever disrespect that. And he knew that. He found that out, real life, Everybody looked at the footage, I don't know. But on my mama, I was ready to scratch, because you just can't talk. You can't tell me how to groove. You can't do that. I've been grooving for 37 years. You hear me? Really, going on 37 years. So you can't tell me how to groove. Now, what you can do is improve my groove, but you can't tell me how to groove because I've been grooving for too long. You know, so that's the instinct. You know, that was what I had in me when they said that he was coming to meet me. So we would sit there and 607 Unc and Bishop did their content, you know, which was pretty good content. It was a spiritual warfare content. You know, they compared spiritual 607 Unc was pretty much the advocate, and Bishop Eli was the, you know, I guess the good side, the bad side versus the good side. Pretty good content. But anyway, by the time Gumby got there, you know, he didn't come in immediately. He didn't come into the scene where everybody was at. He stopped in the kitchen and just stayed there. So they was making signals and stuff like, oh, Gumby here. You know what I'm saying? So I sat there in my seat for a little while waiting for him to walk through the door, but he never did. So I sat there for a few more minutes, you know, just chilling, you know, trying to see if he was going to come in and speak to everybody. But he didn't. He stayed back there with the little homie, you know what I'm saying? Non-Deuce Trigger. He stayed back there with little homie. And they were doing their thing as far as prepping for the show, you know, because we was, you know, it was brought to me by Supreme, like, hey, we're going to do a show with you and Gumby, you know, which I said this to Supreme. I said, Supreme, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't mind doing a show with bro, but if bro disrespect HCG, I'm going to punch him down. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling the truth. You know, I'm being honest. I'm going to fight for HCG. I fight for it too. So you can't disrespect it. And I don't care who you are. And I'm not going, you know. And that's just pretty much what Texas and what Fort Worth has bred as far as HCG. We don't tolerate disrespect. We'll fight for that, you know. So I told him this. And they're like, no, it ain't going to be like that. You know, it's just going to be a friendly discourse between y'all. Y'all going to, you know, compare notes about, you know, the differences between Fort Worth, you know, Texas and California Hoovers, you know. It ain't gonna be no, you know, none of that. I said, okay, I'm not on that. I really want to meet Gumby, but I'm not tolerating no disrespect. I'm really not. So we got there, we sat down, you know, as the show you know, started in preparation. I mean, y'all can look at it. Y'all can look at how he just basically tried to bombard the whole show with his words. He basically didn't even respect structure. You know, he didn't respect structure. You know, there were times where he overtalked me. You know, he began to the conversation was like a stick of dynamite. You know, it was lit, and then it was only a matter of time before, you know, it finally got to the point to where it was gonna ignite. And this was the way he was addressing me. You know, he came out like a stick of dynamite that was lit, and it finally exploded because I was at the point where I wasn't going to listen to no more of the shit, you know, because I'm really like this. I'm really a Hoover, and I stand on business, you know. And then one of the main things that pissed me off, you know, real life, is that he disrespected somebody that I respect, you know what I'm saying, and that I fuck with, you know, on the long end, on the back end for real, you know, like LA Run is a decorated Crip, you know, and he went to saying about LA speaking on Hoover business. Okay, first of all, I tried, you know, and this is how you know people are ignorant when they disregard the truth, you know. They look at their view and they zealously see it over the truth, you know. You got people who say that Jesus was not real, and they overlook this with their zealous ideas, you see, but Jesus was real. They say he wasn't. And I ain't going to call him Jesus. I'm going to say Yeshua. Yeshua's real, but you got people who do not believe that he was real. You see? And this is the way this brother came at me. He came at me and he disrespected somebody that was really decorated, you know. I'm not saying LA Run is Jesus, you know, but I'm going to say this. He's somebody very important. And this dude, he ignored the facts. He didn't sit down and rationalize what I was saying. He tried to overtalk me. He tried to outshine me. And I honestly seen now that it was all about clout and hanging on to the coattail. It wasn't really about nothing educational. It wasn't about, building a bridge. It was not about bridging gaps. It was not about the exchange of information. It was about, we're better than you. Our brand is better than your brand. And that's not true. If you got a pack of ramen noodles, you got a pack of ramen noodles. Whether the say top, the say ramen, you hear me? Whatever the say, they all ramen noodles. They all noodles. So for to come in here and try to say that, oh, we're noodles and we're better, all this is noodles, bro. And it's all the same. But we gonna go into where I was with the conversation as far as how LA Ron came into the picture. This dude said that LA Ron spoke on Crip business. LA Ron got the right to speak on Crip business, and 5 Deuce, Hoover Crips are Crips. We're not criminals. We're not criminals. I'm not saying we know the law. LA Ron is neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't even in Hoover business. He was just dropping historical facts. We wasn't even locked in with the Hoovers yet, you know what I'm saying, from the land. So, bro, after he seen that we was under attack by this imposter, this who was claiming to be, you know what I'm saying, a speaker, and he was just speaking. He wasn't a speaker. He was just speaking. And he spoke wrong. He spoke out of tense. He spoke disrespectfully. He Hoover as a whole. He didn't just the Hoovers from California. He the Hoovers from Texas as well, because we all are one. When you sit down with a man is supposed to have enough season on him to control his emotions and not, allow his, better half or worse half to get in control of him. I believe, bro, he didn't use his logic. He didn't use no reason. Some of our brothers are wild, and he was a wild brother, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really want to ever deal with nobody wild. So that was the mistake I made, was thinking that I could sit down and civilizedly talk to somebody that's wild. But the mistake he literally made in my eyes with the conversation, because my skin is tough. I'm not bothered by you trying to discredit me, and I know I'm a Hoover Crip, and I've been this all my life. So you can't never tell me something about something that I've been all my life, and I've been it 100%. So that didn't bother me. But what bothered me was when he brought up a man that stood with us when nobody else would. A man that chose to make a friendship that would heal Hoover. We need allies. Hoover needs allies. We definitely want to be allied to East Coast. You know what I'm saying? We definitely want that type of friendship as far as the Hoovers is concerned all over the United States. We don't want to be enemies with no Crips, you see. So he made the mistake of even speaking on a man that stood as an ally to Hoover. That's disrespectful. And then where he didn't do his homework at is he didn't do no homework on this man to see how much stroke this man got in Crip business. You hear me? Yeah. Cause see, yeah, of course it's Hoover business. It's gonna always be Hoover business with me because I'm a Hoover. But I'm not only just a Hoover, I'm Hoover Crip. So this changes it when you call yourself a criminal and you're not a Crip. You in Crip business when you tell Crips to stay out of Crip business and you're not a Crip. You don't have the right to do that. It's not your place to speak on Crip business at all. And I mean, Texas, we different, man. We Crips in Texas. We never changed the script in Texas. We stayed down with the Crip car. We didn't turn into criminals. You can't go nowhere in Texas and find no criminals. They ain't here. It's Crips in Texas. Crip everything, So we believe in Crip because Crip means community revolution and progress. And we'll never change from that. We'll never switch from representing something that means to empower the community. We will not. So when you spoke disrespectfully to LA Run, bro, that was a mistake. You should have really tried to do your homework and reach out to bro. And when you was talking to me, I said, hey, bro, you could have told me this off the internet. You could have said this to me off the internet. And I could have called LA Run, and then we could have settled the problem simply. It didn't have to turn into no big thing where now you're going to have to apologize for what you did. You know, you're going to have to do that. You know you are going to have to apologize for disrespecting a decorated homie. You think people in the army, you think you can go talk crazy about a general that's to serve this country with it for his entire life? You think you get to disrespect a general that has served Crip his entire life? You would, cuz you all the way out of line for disrespecting that. This man got 50 years in, cuz. You got to respect that, whether you like it or not, cuz. And we got enough sense in Texas to know that. And then look how the cards fell. He fell in Fort Worth. Big homie fell here. He from the he hometown here. He home here. This is home. Fort Worth is home. We know he from Cali. We know he got ties there. We know that's his motherland, just like it's our motherland. But cuz fell here. And look who he with me. And I honor him. I respect him, cuz. I respect all the big homies. It's not just LA Run. I got big homies from the land that I respect now, that I met as a result of LA Run. See, I'm going to be the first to admit that LA Run has been a bridge to the homies that we didn't know from Fort Worth. He did that. He called out the homies from Cali and invited them to meet the homies from Fort Worth. And I definitely am somebody that want to know the homies from Cali. I am. And then all the homies are too, you know. So what I did was gaps were bridged because of LA, not because of Gumby. Gumby, you disrespected Hoover. You disrespected East Coast. You were wrong for that, homie. And you know you owe this man an apology because this man didn't do nothing wrong. How you gonna try to shame somebody that was trying to help? You made us look real stupid, homie. That was backwards. And we in Texas, we don't do that, fam. We don't disrespect the elder Crips. We Crips. And we're never going to stop being Crips. And we ain't going to never stop showing respect to our elders who paved the way for us. So, in a nutshell, you know, you have to apologize. And you owe cuz an apology. You really do. I'm telling you, and I know the homies from the land, from your land, gonna tell you that too, cuz that's the law, remember? You always hollering about, what's the law? You broke the law. You did. You pressed on me because I'm HCG. Guess what the homies said? The homies said that we stamped. And that none of y'all could tell us how to groove because nobody told y'all how to groove, so how can y'all tell us how to groove? That's what the homies said. Go check. Go ask. Gumby. Go ask us. It's HCG. You said I need to meet the Fadu. Guess what? This that you disrespected right here, he made sure the Fort Worth met the Fadus that we needed to meet. The same that you didn't do that, cuz. You did not do that. The first thing you was supposed to do, Gumby, was you supposed to call the homies. You sure tried to call the homie when I was telling you about the brought it to us. You sure tried to call the homie when you thought I was talking about a Dre that you knew. You sure tried to jump on the phone then. Why you didn't really jump on the phone and call the homies, the Five Deuce homies, who have the authority to speak on this matter? And they would have told you then, right then, to bag up our big fish on Crip. They would have told you to shut your mouth, you know. And, you know, we heard. We heard, cuz. You're supposed to shut your face. You're supposed to get in the corner. You hear me? You been bad. You got to get in the corner, Crip. The law, remember? Remember you pressed. And guess what? The homies, they say, cuz, Cause you out of there, cause you done something dumb, cause you made the Hoover homies mad. Like you tripped all the way out, Crip. And then God is good because we didn't fight. But nah, we ain't gotta go through no talking because you got on her with their eyes all on the window and talking about, all these spectators. Nah, cause I brought a charge, cause really I stand stiff on this Hoover Crip. You know what I'm saying? I really do. And that means that I will not be disrespected and I will not let HCG be disrespected. And I will not let GC be disrespected either. Because I represent Hoover for real, So it's a big shout out to the 5 Deuce Hoover GCs, you hear me? And the 5 Deuce Hoover HCGs, you hear me? Because we all one. And that's what we had to find out. Not through you, Gumby, but through the same that you disrespected, cuz. The same that you got on there talking about, stay out of Hoover business, stay out of Hoover business, I'm gonna call some people. Didn't people call you? Didn't they call you, cuz? Didn't they call you? They called you. And come on, cuz, on Crip, just do right. Like I say, we all homies, cuz, there's no disrespect like on Crip, I'm not gonna never shun you because you are Hoover, cuz. So I'm not on here to tear you down, Gumby. I'm on here to tell you right, cuz. You was wrong for what you did, cuz, and how you tried to approach me, cuz. And I'm a Hoover from another state, cuz, and I came there for love, cuz. I didn't come there for no. And I'm gonna give you the words of the homie, one of the homies, and you know who I'm talking about. OG Barney cuz. So cuz say you catch more flies with sugar than bro. So you came with So you didn't catch no flies, bro. You caught maggots. You corrupted this fool. So correct yourself, cuz. Straighten yourself out, cuz, ain't no such thing as a useless Hoover. I won't ever say that. Ain't no such thing as a useless Hoover. So do something better, cuz. Come correctly, cuz. Because it's not about no beef. It's not about no differences. It's not about none of that shit. It's about Hoover. That's the script, cuz. And we all need to learn to get along. And we need to learn to practice peace, cuz. Because self-destruction is not the order, cuz. And we've been doing that shit for so long, Crip. We can't continue to destroy ourselves, cuz. At some point, it has to be the turning point for Crips that we wake up and realize that we are important and we matter in the community and the community need us. Our people need us, cuz. So, as far as Gumby, cuz, you've been served. You know what I'm saying? You've been served on Crip. On Crip, you've been served because, you've been put on notice. I know you have. I know the homies called you. Shout out to you got anything you want to say, LA?
Yeah, I just want to say a little something. When you first get into these gangs, you want to name. And you want to name yourself after somebody that's reputable. You want to name yourself after somebody that put the work in, that actually was about the business. And they have big homies and they have little homies and they have big fish and they have little fish and come to find out you ain't even the big one. You little.
Little Gumby.
So shout out to the big one, wherever he is, RIP, wherever he is.
Shout out to Big Gumby.
Yeah. Not little one.
Not Little Gumby, Little Gumby, you didn't make it out. You didn't make the cut, cuz.
I really realized why they call people little. One time this guy asked me, he say, man, if you fill this hole up in my yard, I give you 10 cents.
Damn.
I say, oh, okay, I'll do that. That was a lot of money for me when I was a kid. So I filled the hole in and, I went to the guy. I said, okay, I'm finished the hole. Let me get my 10 cents. So he handed me my money in my hand and I walked away. And when I got down the street, I counted my money. It was only 8 cents.
Damn.
I was missing 2 pennies. See?
Yeah.
Sometime But when I went back and I told a guy, I say, man, you shorted me 2 pennies. He said, well, you should have counted your money before you left.
Yeah.
I think you came up short, bro.
Change hit him in the back.
Those 2 pennies gonna cost you, bro. Guess what? I've been in this 50 years. I think you only like 52. What is he, 55?
52.
52. If you 52, you was 2 years old when I started this.
Nigga.
See, this race ain't to the swiftest, but to the one who endures it.
Yeah, who finishes, nigga.
See, I remember one time I was on the yard, right? And they say fish. You know, when I first got there, you know, in order to be a, you got to take orders, you know. I wanted to be somebody, you know. They told me, they said, look, Fish, you gotta, we want you to take care of this business. We want you to hit this guy, and this is your mission. This was my first mission. I completed my mission. I was a back then and took orders, and the orders that I was given, I fulfilled those orders. But when you go on a mission and you don't fulfill those orders, and then you make an excuse to get out of what you were supposed to be doing, see, sometimes you 2 pennies short. See, when somebody tell you to do something for the cause and you don't do the mission and you do something backwards, not only that you did it backwards inside of prison, now you're doing it backwards inside of society. See, I told everybody a few months ago, I said, if it wasn't for first place, it wouldn't be no second place. I didn't join the Crips to come in second place, bro.
Better know it.
See what I said? I said Crips. Because I figured that if I join the Crips, we're going to take first place. That's the kind of mentality that I have, the attitude, because your attitude had a lot to do with your altitude. I put 50 years into this. And I ain't going to let no bozo,
the clown,
come back and say mission wasn't accomplished. I think my mission is accomplished sitting on this couch right here. And it might be time for me to move on. I think my job is done. I think that what I was sent back to Fort Worth to complete, not by man, by God. Because there's a lot of brothers in these streets out here, man, they kind of lost. But I ain't lost. I know the game. And I know when somebody faking, and I know when somebody real. I was in 4800 around the real thugs. Let me tell you something about 4800. I was in jail with some of the most dangerous Crips in the United States, and I was in there for a violation of probation. But they put me around all them thugs, drug dealers, and I figured out why I was there. See, bro, when you get a certain age and you ain't figured it out, it's too late. You're trying to be something that you couldn't even handle the mission, bro.
You failed.
See, now you want to make everybody else look stupid because you didn't complete your mission. It's not in you. It's never been in you, little man. Do you know the difference between big fish and little fish? I'm going to sum it up with this. They call me big fish because big fish do big shit. My little brother named Little Fish. He do little shit. See, when them white folks gave me a life sentence. Guess what they said? Big man carry a big load. Big Fish, 7-6.
Y'all heard it live and direct from Big Fish, man.
Shout out to my
AKA LA Run, man.
LA, Vegas, all around the United States.
Facts. Shout out to all the Fort Worth homies, you know what I'm saying? OG Duke, you know what I'm saying? OG K-Love, RIP to Crazy. Shout out to Argo. Shout out to OG Barney. Shout out to Broadway homies, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the to Piley, 8th Street, to Bittaker Street. Shout out to Eastwood, you know what I'm saying? Hooverland, yeah. Shout out to Hooverland. Shout out to Agland.
Polly.
You know, shout out to all the sets in Fort Worth, man. Shout out to y'all, man. We just, you know, did this broadcast, man, because I know the people seeing this shit viral, man, and everybody wanted to know the story about Gumby. Gumby been served, cuz. Y'all want to know that, you know, at the story, at the end of the day, the blue screen shit, cuz been put in this place, cuz when you got an alligator mouth and you got a hummingbird, cuz that don't add up, Crip. That's real life shit. That's what y'all seen. You know, yeah, you know, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That don't add up in the Crip codes. You hear me? It don't add up in the Crip codes when you are out of code. You know, the Crip code of compliance will come and check your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's the order. You know, so with this Gumby, because we don't owe you no explanation. You can't tell us how to groove. You cannot tell Fort Worth how to groove. Close your mouth and find you somebody to play with, Crip. Find you somebody better to talk about, because we not talking about this no more.
Cuzzo Link.
Shout out to Cuzzo Link. He said Percy. I heard him. KUNTA didn't say that.
Shout out to Percy. Hello. Take him to court.
Yeah,
Give me my gavel, man.
No, let's go to the court. Let's really go to the court. Yeah. You say take him, I take him. Come on to court, Percy. My big bro want me to sit down with you and talk with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We rap and cap, you know what I'm saying, and get on a level page as far as being men and being able to sit down with one another, you know what I'm saying, and have a talk, you know what I'm saying, as men. You know, we've been going back and forth on this internet. You know, people don't even know that this is just the internet. You know, so we need to sit down and show them that we really are men, and that we can talk about our differences that these people are so much enwrapped in, you know what I'm saying, thinking that we have so much different. We have a lot in common, cuz. I'm not going to shit on you, Percy. I thought I wanted to, cuz. I wanted to take a Captain King Crip gangster shit on you, cuz. Real life, you hear me? Hoover Crip shit on you, cuz, but I ain't going to do that. I'm just going to respect the game because Big Bro said we need to come together. So, bro, I invite you, bro.
Man, you know what would happen if you and Percy come?
We're saying that we can't. I really, you know, I'm on Cuz bumper. Cuz been dry. Well, whenever you ready to, you know, put your knife down, Cuz, you hear me, and sit down with a real nigga, Cuz, no backstabbing, you know what I'm saying? Just two men looking at you. You can scoot, Cuz. Now, you might want to scoot over the other way. You might want to sit in the middle, Cuz. You might want to sit in the middle. You might not want to sit there next to me. This on Crip. I don't give, you know me, big bro. I'm villain. I'm your gremlin, you know, my stripes, you know, it's real. Like, hey, Percy, I will sit down with you, cuz, you know, the city of Fort Worth, we really about bringing everybody together. So for us to actually be on this internet bickering, bro, that's not
Eastwood guy, Jay.
That's not it, cuz. So I'm not beefing with you, Percy. Yeah, I want everybody to see this live, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with KUNTA and Percy? Percy, get your weak ass off the windshield. Big Bro said you could come in, bro. Now, you want to go over there and sit with Charleston White? Sit with that, or you gonna come sit with the real that love you and gonna treat you like you really are a homie and gonna show you real love, you know what I'm saying? You can come fuck with us and we can figure out how to win together, or you can fuck with them over there who want to feed you weenies and peanuts.
You know what, y'all?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You know, all of us for having common. You know, I know it's a lot of things that we don't have in common, but we can agree upon this Crip shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean,
it ain't.
You hold on. You might hold on. You might want to baptize Percy though. Percy might need to be recrypt baptized. You might need to be recrypt baptized. You know what I'm saying? Real life. You might have to dunk cuz under the water for a few seconds.
And the crypt, you know, cause
yeah,
it's a shame for God how a dude can act like he got all of the talk, all the moves,
the turncoat,
all of this,
a whole turncoat,
and ain't even no crip.
Ain't even no crip, you're a criminal.
Ain't no fun at the
turncoat. Now you
that saying came from the crips. If ain't no fun, the homie can't get done.
That's
you
right.
mean to tell me? Been to Houston, Louisiana, all these places.
Okay.
And ain't even.
Let me say this.
Got no keys.
And we gonna rock this on the record. You know, you got some going on in the streets about HCG. For all you niggas that was saying that HCG is not official, go ask your people now. You hear me? Is HCG official? Go ask your people now. You hear me? That's what I ask you in these comments. Talking about y'all not official, y'all not on, y'all not this, y'all not that, y'all didn't get stamped by the land or whatever. We are stamped by the land now. HCG in Texas has been officially stamped by the land. This is a fact. I'm not just talking. So all you naysayers, before y'all jump in these comments, go to talking about how I said Texas is not official. It is now. If y'all say it wasn't, we don't care because we've been official from the day we started it.
But let me get a little history on the guy that actually, I heard a lot about, wasn't it Little Rank?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of respect to you. You know, R.I.P. Did his vision come true? Because I know that
well, it was not just his vision. It was him and Hoover Dre.
You got to educate me more on that.
Right.
I need to know more.
Hoover Dre and Rank used to together. You know what I'm saying? And it was another homie named Shakun, but Duke too. You know what I'm saying? They all ran together. Duke is one of the elders. You know what I'm saying? Of the Crips.
The one was here with us.
The one that was here with us. He was like one of the that was put on by Rank. Like secondly to Carl Lindsay. Carl Lindsay was there. We took pictures with Carl Lindsay. Carl Lindsay is Rank's the first that he blessed on.
Right.
Me, I'm the first that got blessed on the East by Hoover Dre.
Right.
Then after me, it was Pokey. And then it was Lil C. Now, C got put down again by Duke. He got put down on set. Lil C was crazy on Crip. And they know how we was back in the game. Would just say if they feel like they wasn't cripping hard enough, they'll say put me down again with the set. So Lil C got put down again by OG Duke. But he got originally put on by Hoover Dre, which is my big homie, Pokey big homie, and then a bunch of the off the east side, you know what I'm saying? They fell up under that, you know, that I put down, that Lil C put down, shout out to K-Love, shout out to Booger, shout out to Adi, shout out to Da Vinci, all the homies from Stop 6 that fell up under the Hoover Dre, you know what I'm saying? Because, see, the east side got Hoover from Hoover Dre. Mm-hmm. See, Rank started Hooverland. Rank put a lot of...
Who were some of them guys we was in Hooverland with tonight? What's the dude's name? Had the H hat on.
That's
What's
big.
his name?
I forgot Cuz name.
His name someone with C.
I know Cuz. No, Cuz been like Cuz was
he I'm like, what's his name?
C-Man.
Yeah, shout out to C-Man.
You talking about C-Man? No,
that was C-Man, right?
No, that wasn't C-Man.
With that H on his head.
That was C-Man?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Shout out to C-Man.
You talking about the little nigga or the big nigga?
No, the short one. The one
C-Man.
Yeah, shout out to C-Man.
That's Carl Lindsay. That's our baby.
He know me from back in the back in the days on Tennessee.
Right.
You know, he was talking about
I was on Tennessee back in them days.
Yeah. You mess with Bull.
On guard.
Yeah.
I was back in them days.
Yeah,
I was back in them days. That's when I used to see you. You hear me? When C-Man and them used to see you.
Yeah.
I was just a little nigga that snuck out the house when mama wasn't watching, you know. And you know how the little kid that would run away for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes and go with all the drunks and the pimps and the players, and they would tell you, get your little ass in there, and then you go to cussing like, you can't tell me nothing. Oh, this is a little badass little that was me. Shout out to Six Deuce. Bullet Face Ace, man. My condolences to Bullet Face Ace, man. We attended his service today, man.
Bull, Helen, Bull.
Yeah, we attended his mama's.
Everybody.
He had a shindig for his mama, man. Today, Bulletface Ace did, man. Shout out to Bulletface Ace.
Shout out,
Our condolences, man, for your loss, man. Much respect, man.
Much respect. I had a good time too, bro.
Rest in peace to mama, man. You know, cause I lost my mama too, man. So I know what that feels like to, be at that grieving state of losing something so precious as your mother, you know. So my heart goes out to Bulletface. I love you, homie. Hold your head up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because your mama is in your heart. Your mama is in your RNA and DNA. You are your mother. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my boy Sinbad from Folk Trade. We're going to get Sinbad down here.
Yeah.
With the rest.
We'll get a bunch of homies down here.
Who don't Fig name?
Smack Cuz.
Yeah, the ones that reach out to us.
The Fig homies. We going to Fig. We going to the Fig, cuz we with the Fig. We finna Witty D.
Yeah,
I'm lining that up. I'm finna
shout out to Johnny Pockets.
Yeah, we with some homies, and we got some movements, man. We got some motion now. And now, that this, how it works is the dumb shit turns into great. You know what I'm saying? The dumb shit, motherfucker, is throwing, like you said about the people throwing stones, and the woman that was laying down there finna be, and Jesus walked in there and said, "Hey, any one of you without sin, cast the first stone." These stupid niggas cast the stone. Ain't with the cast the stones talking. You, KUNTA, you even flinched. I ain't never flinched in my life. That's on my mom. I done seen flinch. I ain't never flinched. I fought hard. I'm talking about fought a gallant fight my entire life. I ain't never flinched. I went down there and stood 10 toes down for HCG, And like I said, I done something that's historical for HCG. That's what I was able to accomplish with the help of my big brother.
Shout out to my boy Milk.
Shout out to Milk. Shout out to Argo. Shout out to Barney Cuz. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the Hoover homies that I know that stamp, seal, and approve what I'm saying, cuz about groove, about this Hoover, you know what I'm saying? Hoovers to the world stop moving. Y'all know what it is. It's really crippin' to the world stop moving. But I'm a Hoover. This right here, cuz y'all got it live. This is my big bro. You know what I'm saying? East Coast neighborhood Crip. You know what I'm saying? Until the world stop moving. So it's
Milk.
Love. Yeah.
Milk. I went in.
Shout out to all the Crips. Shout out to all.
Thanks for helping me how to get monetized. Milk. A lot of people don't know. You played a big part in my YouTube. I just want to give you your flowers, my. You did that. I wasn't getting paid at first, and you showed me how to do that. A lot of people didn't know how we got connected. But but before we go, I wanted to do I want to just say a little thing come out the Bible. Say we are gold apples covered in silver. What do I mean by that? See, on the outside we look dusty.
Yeah.
Silver don't have a lot of shine to it.
Yeah, unless
but when you get under that silver, you got pure gold.
Pure gold. Absolutely.
Silver and gold, I had none. But what I give you in the name of Jesus.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
I heard stamp, sealed, and approved, man, by the big homies. Big Fish, you hear me? And all the big homies. We love y'all, man. I hope y'all approve how I handled this.
Shout out to my boys from Gershon,
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Gershon.
60s in Vegas,
you know what I'm saying?
60s in LA,
the
Big
Hoovers.
Wayne, Earl Dog. Go look at the Raymond Washington movie. It just
Go
came
check out that Raymond Washington movie, man.
Movie of how guns down.
Gloves up.
And come watch our movies called The Drought. And we almost forgot about the concert.
The concert.
The Welcome Home.
Welcome Home, LA Run.
Officially tonight, we promote Welcome Home,
LA Run
concert. They're going to be live streamed all over the world. My homie on the channel from Black from Detroit. No Black from.
What is it? Penn State of Mind.
Mafia, yeah.
Penn State of Mind.
Yeah, Penn State of Mind is the name of the don't carry the thing all over the country. We officially tonight saying we having a Welcome Home LA Ron concert. We already got majority of the artists
from Fort Worth
ready to get the venue.
Tell Johnny down. That's what homie. Tell Johnny down. I'm with him. Let him know that Coach with him. He need to come and do a mic drop over here, man. He need to come to the unique perspective and do a mic drop.
Ron 2025 or 26.
Johnny down. Boy, you around, cuz I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to teach me how to do that shit, cuz. Yeah, I've been seeing y'all for that. These niggas, boy, you say you got the city cooking, boy. You, Cuz O'Leak, you hear me? Double K. It's a bunch of homies in the city that's cooking, man. Y'all need to collab, man. Y'all need to get together. And man, it's fun when we can play together, cuz, and work together, cuz.
Unique perspective, shout out to Story Time with OG LA Run.
Go my God,
YouTube, man. Story Time with OG LA Run.
He gonna have to come show me how to do that dance, cuz, you hear me? He's gonna have to show me how to.
We gotta shout out to Meadowbrook Montreal. Hold up. I'm gonna give him his flowers real quick.
Yes, sir.
He's turning up all over the city, man. He turning up all over the Metroplex.
Man,
y'all need to go line up and
respect, bro.
We gonna feel, bro. Yeah.
Talk to Mama Cleo 3000. Yeah.
No, man, it was a pleasure meeting you, bro. I mean, I hope what I did and what I said, bro,
my nephew Brad,
show you, you know what I'm saying, give you like a capsule view
Mario,
of how I'm
JC,
on this internet as far as the narrative is concerned, you know.
All my boys out of Como.
You know, they tried. They threw Daniel in the lion's den, you hear me? They threw him in the lion's den and they ran off. They chilled. They chilled the whole day with Cuz in there. And when they came back, they was fucked up. Because Daniel was in there chilling with the lion.
Very worth.
Gotta stay on my grind and get my money right. Gotta make sure me and my brothers hustle through the night. Me and my niggas, we gon' swing, we gon' blow that pipe. Hop out on your block with thunder clapping when we make it strike. Hop on feet, hop out, give 'em smoke, gon' be a can.